So yeah, I'm recording this video and I don't know why I'm recording. Just I put up the camera and let me start something. I finished this book a few days ago. तो मैंने इस किताब को कुछ दिन पहले ख़त्म किया और काफ़ी बढ़िया किताब थी। लिटरली मार्क मेसन ने काफ़ी अच्छा काम किया इस बुक के अंदर और काफ़ी ज़्यादा लर्निंग्स मिली। जैसे मैंने कुछ नोट्स वगैरह भी हाईलाइट कर रखे हैं इसके अंदर। सो नथिंग बट लेट्स समराइज इट। So that's nine chapters in this book, and book was literally really amazing. And there is some great lessons from this book. Let me read a few lines. The key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more. It's giving a fuck about less, giving a fuck about only what is truly true and immediate and important. One of the great learning that book says the subtle art of not giving a fuck is not about not giving a fuck about anything, but it's about giving a fuck about something. That's really important to you now. That's what this book really meant. So this type of video I'm recording literally first time. Let's check out my bookmarks from this video. From this book I mean. Firstly, a quote about achieving dreams. It says, "A man fights for what he wants. He never gives up and eventually achieves his wildest dreams." Matlab, you have to work. Simply, you have to work and put the work in. Self improvement is equal to success. Self improvement and success occur often together, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are the same thing. Self improvement and success are not the same thing. Means just reading all the self help improvement books doesn't make you succeed. But by implementing that and taking action upon that, that is the thing that will eventually make you rich and succeed. Let's listen to some provoking thoughts on conventional life advice on page number 4. Yeah. The smallest dog bark the smallest dog barks the loudest. A confident man does not feel a need to prove that he is confident. Yeah. You do not need to show up to everybody like yeah, I'm this, I'm that. No. Your work and your action will automatically tell how confident, capable are you. Yeah, that's the thing, man. And on page number 5, the real key to living a good life. The problem is that giving too many fucks is bad for your mental health. If it causes you to become overly attached to superficial or fake, to delicate your life chasing a mirage of happiness and satisfaction. Yeah. One thing I know this book was really amazing. The backwards of Mark Passion on page number 11. Yeah, he says the desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience, and paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Wanting positive experience is a negative experience, and accepting negative experience is a positive experience. Beautiful. Teen Sneaky Truth About Life. Yes, it gave three studies from the book. The hashtag one was not giving a fuck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. There is no such thing like not giving a fuck. You must give a fuck about something. It's part of your biology to always care about something. That's always to give a fuck. Means you can't always be like, I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't care about anything. You have to care. And if you are saying that you are not caring about anything, then you are giving a fuck about that you are not caring about anything. That's the point, man. So the real question is, what is the thing that you are really giving a fuck about? At the end, you have to give a fuck about something, and if that's the right thing, the magic will happen. Totally, it depends on this bullshit. This 200 pages book isn't going to make anything change. if you don't take action and don't take learnings from this book, and after getting these learnings you have to implement these. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Let's read something like this book also put a light upon choosing and forcing problems. On page number 19, let me show my let me open my highlighted page. On page number 91. Yeah. If you are miserable in your current situation, chances are it's because you feel like some part of it is outside your control. That's their problem you have no ability to solve. A problem that was somehow thrust upon you without your choosing. When you feel that you are choosing your problems, we often empowered. When we feel that our problems are being forced upon against our will, we feel victimized and miserable. Yeah, true. So this whole line crux is that first of thing, you are totally responsible for whatever you do. It's your responsibility is always in your hand. If the book gave a great example, like if someone came at your doorstep and put a baby outside your home, what you're gonna do? That's not your fault, but that's your responsibility about choosing what will you do. That baby is outside on your gate. Hmm. And many people confuse like that responsibility and fault are the same thing. No, that they are not. They are totally different. But responsibility is always your choice. Maybe that fault is not yours, or due to your environment, surrounding people, blah blah blah, that cause you that fault. But that's your choice, and that's your responsibility to take action upon it. And another highlighted point is that we are always choosing, whether we recognize it or not. We have always a choice. Like, I'm just recording this video. That's also a choice. I am consciously recording it, I'm consciously speaking. That's always a choice. When I have, like, sometimes we have to, like, yeah, bro, let's take out the shorts and watch the reels for 5 to 10 minutes. No, but another might say that like I have to work. Let's spending 2 lectures, 5 lectures. Let me do that. I have to complete that work, etc., etc. And you are not doing it, and you are sweet like you spending time on social media saying that no, I will do it later on. But that later on never comes. That's really shit. That's only your 2 and 3 hours get wasted in scrolling random shit on internet. And at that time you still have a choice, had a choice like, hmm, I have scored this much, that much. It's still your responsibility to interpret the meaning of event and choose a response. Yeah, sometimes it says like when you are something relationship or something shit, we shall like something she was never responsible for, मतलब that she was responsible. उसने मेरे साथ ये किया, मैंने कुछ, मैं तो एक नंबर का परफेक्ट आदमी था यार, सारी गलती उसकी थी. नो नो नो, she was not responsible for how you felt or I was falling at that time. Yes, that totally I was responsible for how I am choosing that toxic. And if that was a toxic relationship, and why that's my responsibility and my choice, that why the fuck I was there. She was not going to pop up and fix things for me. I had to fix for themselves. Yeah, that's a great line there. And to simply blame others is the only to hurt yourself. The blame game is totally a bullshit. You just do like he did it to me, she did it to me. That this is the thing. Environment is like this. I can't help myself. Blah blah blah. I don't know shit. How and another thing is that how many times you blame someone else. That does not alter that at the end responsibility and choice are yours. You have to ultimately take the responsibility, action, choice by you, and that's the ultimate truth. he wrote, Mark Mason wrote like this. It's really simple and it's not just easy. He wrote a truth about like this. You are already choosing in every moment or every day what to give fuck about. So change is simple as choosing to give a fuck about something or else. It is simple. It's just not easy. Yeah, that's simple, but that's not easy. It's very hard to choose, but you have to choose. At the end, this chapter number, I don't know which chapter it was. It was chapter number black like me 5 6 or something. That's total thing is responsibility, choice in your hand, controlling others, and your and the other factors like just not in your control are not your thing to act upon. You just have to act upon yourself. Same, yes, Stoicism says that. You don't rely on external factors. If I just remember from a book like yeah, I remember a quote like this that was if something outside than you, in your control can inflate you, then it may can deflate you as well. Yeah, I also posted on my Twitter. Am I not? I'm not sharing this video. Then it's Twitter. But it, fuck off. या दैट वाज अगर कुछ आपके कंट्रोल से बाहर है और आप उसको कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं तो यू मेक अ टेंस्ड and at the end you will suffer just that's all that's simple. Now that the book also tells about some things called certainty in life is so much uncertain book Mark Mason wrote in this book like certainty is nothing in this life. The only thing that is certain is death. You have to die. That's the certainty, and that's make the whole purpose of this life. Think a bit like if you never die, infinite time to do anything, sleep on this couch whole day, and then you are not gonna die. But that's not the truth. You will die, have to die, and you have a limited time, energy, and resources in this life. Resources may be infinite, but what you gonna do with that? The two things important are your time and your energy, and that is the thing where choice and responsibility takes place. Time and energy are the thing that you choose to put on something, and that will give outcome of that shit. Like that's my choice. If I read this book or just scroll random shit on YouTube shorts or reels. If I read this book, I may get some good insights. But if I just randomly scroll through the Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, that's banned. But Twitter and Instagram and YouTube shorts, total waste. Nothing but bit. So I have read this completely book. And last, when Mark Manson said that when you think about your death, that's a totally certain thing in life, and that thing scares you and makes you think about what to do in life. Death is certain. Your loved ones will die. You will die. Your children will die. Everything that comes on this earth and lived for a span of time they eventually have to die. But that's the thing, what he does and she does in its period of time. Like, why people are just coming and think that let me लोग आते हैं संसार में और अपने जो उसका लाइफ स्पैन होता है उसके अंदर है ना वो कोशिश करते हैं कुछ ऐसा करने की ताकि लोग उसको वो मॉडल हो जाए एक तरीके से इमोर्टल हो जाए मॉडल तो है ही इमोर्टल कैसे हो जाएंगे वो कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे कंटेंट क्रिएट करके या फिर अपना कुछ स्टैचू वगैरह बनवा के कुछ ना कुछ उन्होंने ऐसा कुछ काम किया हो जिस वजह से लोग उन्हें किस वजह से उसका हिस्ट्री में नाम है उनका यू रिमेंबर पीपल लाइक नेपोलियन हिल महात्मा गांधी एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम Steve Jobs. Why we remember all those people? And the people like Elon Musk will die, people will remember him after many years from after his life also, because he had done a lot of things like Tesla, SpaceX, और इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स वगैरह में जो एलोन मस्क ने काम किया है. That's incredible. Because of that, people will remember him for a long time. I don't know, my English is totally shit. I know totally shit, but I will improve. That's my guarantee. So I have did this book and started reading this. Everything is perfect. And in this book, also the part one hope, I just read an uncomfortable truth that Mark Mason wrote on the if he was working in Starbucks coffee, he and I go there and put Mark Manson give me a coffee. So he wrote on my car that not my name. He wrote like let me read it to you. One day you and everyone you love will die. Yeah, again that. And beyond a small group of people for an extremely brief period of time, little of what you say or do will even matter. आपके मरने के बाद कुछ चंद पल के लिए आपको याद किया जाएगा और कुछ चंद लोग ही याद करेंगे आपको. This is an uncomfortable truth of life, and everything you think or do is but an elaborate evidence of it. You are inconsequential cosmic dust, bumping and milling around a tiny blue speck. We imagine on our importance, we invent our purpose, we are nothing. Enjoy your fucking coffee. We are nothing but just a particle, dust particle. In respect of this universe, whole galaxy, world, solar system, we are not like a ant. In respect of all of this, and we can't do anything about it, but we can do what we are currently doing about it. So that's the thing, man. I did this book. So let me open myself. I wrote a bunch of papers and some good insights. Let me have a look at this. Do I speak? Let me have more than fucking times. I don't know why my English is literally horrible, but I'm trying to. Yeah, made a summary of this subtle art about giving a fuck by Mark Manson. Some great insight from it. Yeah, I also. You read it. You read it. Fault and responsibility are not your thing. Are not the same thing. Yes. Yeah. Let me read this shit out. The book Embracing Negative Experiences, focusing on what truly matters and taking responsibility for our lives. The book argues the pursuit of happiness is a mistake, and the key to is a good life is accepting negative. Like मेरी जिंदगी हमेशा खुश मिजाज रहेगी, मैं हमेशा खुश रहूंगा. That's not a fucking thing. Negative experiences are definite in your life, and you have to face them, deal with them, and upgrade this shit, this mind, on a level that you are capable of facing them and just. Oh, I just remembered a story about a king. Once there was a king. He asked some his rich wise man, it's me, just a wise man's, that tell me something that will always be as a truth in every situation of my life. Be it I'm happy, sad, in war, in pride, in just anything that works all the time. The wise man's going something thoughts and write something on paper and ask the king to not open it and out of curiosity. They just asked the king to open that sheet only when he was in extreme situation of like death or something like that. So फिर क्या हुआ, like the king was attacked by their neighbor kingdom. Yeah, and king stuck like on the edge. He was like totally. He lost. He was losing his army, kingdom. Just he was alone and riding upon his horse. He reached to that valley outside that's total valley पूरी खाई वाई थी just a small road was there that he was listening that the horses of his enemies were coming to him and Sunray came to his diamond ring and he saw that the chit that was written by those wise men. He opened that and on that sheet it was written that let me write it here. Yes. This shall to pass. Yeah. This was the thing that was written on that jet. जो समय है जो जिस स्टेट में आप हो वो अभी जो समय है वो निकल जाएगा एक टाइम के बाद जो अभी जैसा फील कर रहे हो वैसा आप फील नहीं करोगे दिस थिंग विल चेंज दैट you are facing currently now if you are in brutal pain if you are extremely happy both situations will fade away after some time that's it that this is a thing makes that makes a very extremely happiest or very sad depressed person a little calmer this is a calm line and above this you think like this is a total happiness extremely happiness and this is totally sad shit I'm just totally sad I can't do anything this after listening this time will pass the both will reach something, some better, little nearer to the calm state. The king, after listening to this, reading to the sentence, felt calm. He saw that he had a great, beautiful place. Like he was not that good in that state, but he saw, oh, that's the beautiful valley near me. And this ship will pass. After some time, he coincidentally so that the horses which were following him to kill him were going away. Yeah, and a king come back to his kingdom, and at the end eventually won the battle. Somehow, I don't know how, but somehow people were flowering, throwing फूल बरसा रहे थे महाराज के ऊपर. Yeah, हिंदी. And again, king saw that message. This shall too pass. The state of his happiness will pass. Yeah. How much time I am speaking? Yeah, 24 minutes. Good. The book had 11 key learnings. First, don't try. This chapter introduced to the concept of which states that the pursuit of positive experience is I already talked about. Happiness is a problem. Life is a suffering. Yeah, life is totally suffering. You have to suffer, not by suffering. You always have choice. The choice is yours to suffer or to not suffer. In every situation, there is a choice. Chapter 3 tells us about you are not special. People should not believe that they are special or unique. Just a particle of dust. You are set. You are just particle of dust. Yeah. The value of suffering. Suffering necessary for growth. Yeah. You are always choosing. People are always choosing how their values and experience are. In every state, everything, there is a choice that you have to make. You have to. It's like it's morning 4 or 5 a.m. That's your choice to wake up and go for a workout or just lying on this sick bed and fuck the time. Let me come back. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's resumed using it. Failure is the thing. Failure is necessary part of growth. Yeah, purpose is something not be something people find out, but something they create. Yes. Mark Manson in a big chapter asked us to What sort of goals should we give a first place? What sort of things that we should give a fuck about? Yeah, you always have to think that what shit you will give a fuck about. You always have to do something. Mark Manson backwards slow. The pursuit of happiness, positive experience is itself a negative experience, and the acceptance of positive negative experience is itself a positive experience. The idea that more you pursue feeling better all the time, the less satisfied you become, as pursuing something only reinforces the fact that you lack it in the first place. Like this, he states like with an example, एक example के साथ मार्क मैनसन को बताता है, the more you desperately want to reach, जितना भी रोने की कोशिश करोगे उतना ही तुम अनवर्दी और पुअर फील करोगे, रिगार्डलेस हाउ मैनी, जितना फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आपके पास कितना पैसा है उस वक्त. द मोर यू desperately want to be sexy or desired, the more uglier you come to see yourself regardless of your actual physical appearance. The more you desperately want to be happy and loved, the more lonelier, the more afraid you become, regardless of how those who surround you. The more you want to be spiritually aligned, the more self-centered, shallow you become in trying to get there. He ended it via like negativity is actually the path to positivity. Right? Like the man who believes he knows everything learns nothing. Yeah. Question to yourself that do you know everything? If you think you know everything, that stops you from learning anything new. Yeah, yeah, bro. Let's something. Someone says like, bro, let's learn something new. Let's learn this skill. No. I know a bit. I know a bit about it. Don't train me. I'm full. I know everything. The person who has this type of mindset, I just no need to say anything. He will just suffer. No, on your own. The more something threatens you, how you use, the more you will get on it. One thought from Aristotle. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Yes. And he also talks in this book about the some, do something principle, which he which throws a light upon why motivation is a sick crap thing. And I also read a lot of places and thought about it that why motivation is a crap and how motivation comes. Like if you work for a whole day, you like if you are studying for an exam, it's morning like 8 a.m. You started studying 8 a.m. straight till evening 8 a.m. You just do it, and after after you reach that 8 p.m. totally purely studying, that's how much you studied in that period. That's totally and that's your choice. बीच में तुम shorts देख रहे हो या फिर that's your choice. Motivation. Motivation कैसे आती है? To do that 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. you will know how motivated you will be. That's the same thing that Mark Manson say in his book. Like he says that motivation motivation is the byproduct of action you did. It's not something that you are getting pre your action. It's after post your action. You like if you think like when I need Sandeep Maheshwari, I need to watch for an hour, then I will work for the whole day. That's totally it. You will work like okay. I accept that you will work for 1 day, 2 day, 3. I even accept that you will work for 7 day or 1 month even. But after that, what after it? That's like a drug. Motivation is like drug in your body that you need to constantly supply in your body after a few interval of time, be it 1 day, 1 month, a week, or a couple of weeks. But motivation is a thing that doesn't work at all. It works for interval of period of time, but that's not how you will succeed. It's the work, the time, energy you put in the right action, right work that will eventually take you at some place extent. This is the paper that I watched a podcast of Ejat Snippet and Prakhar. Some of the points I noted out of that shit, let me read it. Something is better than nothing. Yeah. The same in this book, the Mark Manson told about do something possible. If you are not getting away, that Mark Manson teacher told him that you have to do something. Just do something. You will find that. Continue that. Let me. I will be back. Wait a few minutes. Yeah. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. I was here. Is that snippet insights? Something is better than nothing. If works, great. If not, at least I tried. And another lesson was you have to choose what's good for you. Everyone has good or bad sides. You have to pick one from there. Have power to filter out and choose what's right. लोगों से सीखो जो तुम्हें गुड वैल्यूज मिले उसे अडॉप्ट करो और जो बैड मिले उन्हें फिल्टर करो. As a man, you must be responsible. Responsibility is the total, and choice is the total fuck thing that you have to give literally a fuck about every second of your life. I am just that's also my choice. I don't think always, and we people don't think always that we are choosing. We just it's always many times in life that you feel like yeah it's going constant thing, but there's no constant. You give a fuck about things every time, but that's the thing that you do. It's so frequent and so continuous that you feel like it's like a smooth thing. I just next page. I just use it. I just choose to open it. Yeah, another as a focus on one thing rather than five. The ultimate one thing. I had a book that name is the one thing. I have not read this complete book, but I know the crux of that book was the one thing, the ultimate one thing that will lead to some place. Why you know Elon Musk? Why you know Abdul Kalam? Why you know anybody you think is successful or something? Is that there is one thing that they have figured out and what put their time energy so much in that they eventually got the result and benefit of that. The ultimate thing is the value of consistency, understanding it and applying it. If your work is in shape, then don't matter how you look, how your hairs are you worthy or not, shoes, slippers. These things do not matter if you deeply into your work. Do not fear to execute your dreams. Fuck this feeling, what and what people think. Just it doesn't matter what people say about you. Yeah, you sometimes may feel like why these people are so fucking me, literally fucking me from here, giving you a lot of stressing you out, giving you tension. But yeah, again that comes on that's the external things. Why you are even get affected by these things? If you are getting accept it and let it be. Aim and dream big. That doesn't even fucking matter after all. At least dream big. If you do, if you if you put constant on yourself, your growth stops, clears up. Like if you think, let me have just a government job and I will just settle. I have two fucking kids, a fucked up wife, and all that shit. You will stop there. That's not your total potential. You are made for, like even David Goggins says, you always just stop at your 40%. And then just that 60% that you can do more is still left. You have to do it. Value of a degree is that it's admit card at many places and you can't remove that. Simply, there are many other paths to pursue, not that only degree plays. Salary is a drug and can't make you rich. A fucking millionaire, billionaire at all, you have to prove yourself. Lot of shit. Yeah, that was the thing for today. There are many videos. I read just two or three of them. Yeah, whatever, it's good. Don't make such videos. This was my first video and of this type of content. Survived YouTube, 7 channels, fucked them up totally. Last channel was Techie, 300 subscribers. Before that, there was this Hack Exploiter, that there was a Technical Pro, something channels I did, and totally fucked that. Fuck a lot of not giving a fuck. So, it's literally 40 minutes I'm recording this. Not lot more to say, just nice. Good to record this. Enough for today. Okay, bye bye.